Hey everybody, it's AJ Opens Box. This is a show where AJ, that's me, opens a box. Or a box-like envelope like today. I wonder what it could be. I wonder if it has anything to do with my t-shirt. I don't know, who knows? I mean, I know obviously, but let's find out. Alright, well, I guess let's do the opening part because that's kind of the whole point right there. And it is, actually there's no identifying, let's put my receipt over there. It is Captain Marvel on 4K and Blu-ray and digital. I got it because I thought it, well, because I want to watch Captain Marvel. I really love the movie, and it's the Target exclusive. Target exclusive. He's got my man Nick Fury there, and not Marvel, as a lot of people thought he was, Jude Law, and of course Brie Larson, Captain Marvel herself on it. I did get the 4K version. Not sure why, because I don't have a 4K player, but I do have a Blu-ray player, and it comes with that. And I do like the digital, so there we go. So this was, yes, the Captain Marvel Target. This is Target edition. They had the, like it's a free book or something. Oh, gotta get my trusty knife out. I don't like that knife. I guess I couldn't trust it that much. This knife, that's a knife. The other one was too, but I don't need a serrated blade right now. Alrighty, so open this up. Here we go. So, obviously there we go. The, it said, like I said, Nick Fury, Captain Marvel, and Jan Rog, who was later found out to be a villain. Sorry, there's little spoilers in the movie, but it's been out for a while, so I feel like you should know. Whatever. So anyway, the Target edition includes a limited edition 40-page filmmaker book inside. I'm gonna put my knife away because it's got plastic on it, and I should probably not leave my knife out because I will cut myself, and I have in the past. So let's take a look at this. I'm gonna slide that out there. And look at the, of course, the case there is just the case. That's you got Brie Larson there. You got, who is that? Is it the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. or is it Skrull? Who knows? Maybe they're all Skrulls. Well, we don't think she is, but because she's got all photoniness. Then you got Nick Fury, and you got Jan Rog there, played by Jude Law. And you open it up. Thankfully, oh, he's hidden by the Blu-ray. You got my man, the main man, Phil Coulson, also known as the greatest Avenger of all time. People think it's Captain Marvel. It's actually Agent Coulson. Maria Rambeau, who I was unfamiliar with before this movie, and that's obviously the 4K and the Blu-ray. I'm not gonna take those out. This is my digital code. I'm gonna put it over here. I know a lot of people are like, hey, can I have your digital code? A great movie. Can I have your digital code? I'm like, no, you can't have my digital. I don't know you. I mean, I guess thanks for asking, but no, I like the digital because I can watch it anywhere, watch it on the go. Anyway, here's the Captain Marvel gallery books, it's called here. It's got also Goose the cat. A lot of people be like, it's Chewie, because that was from Chewie the cat was the Flurkin in the Captain Marvel comic books, but this is the movie, so it's Goose. So I think it's probably a Top Gun reference, right? Because they were all pilots. Anyway, so let's take a look at it. It's 40 pages. We're going to go through not all 40, but there's Captain Marvel. That's a cool color scheme. That's kind of Kree color-ish, but I don't know, not. It's Captain Marvel. These are kind of cool, like really, what do you want to call it, like a thick, glossy paper. There's the forward in there. It says Captain Marvel Studios, blah, 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 too much Marvel in there. Marvel Studios Captain Marvel brings to life one of the, you know, I'm not going to read it because I can't even read apparently. Man, I can make fun of my friends that are anchors that and I can't even read. But anyway, that's kind of neat forward. There's Star Force. That's where she started off as the team with, you know, you had Minerva and Atlas and these guys that were kind of semi-obscure villains in the comic book. Not too many people knew of them, but the real nerds did. So I did. Yay. I did like that Karath was in there, you know. He was cool because he, like, Karath and Ronan later it was in the movie. That's kind of cool. They saw them kind of like before they were in Guardians of the Galaxy. So you're like, how did they get there? But the Star Force were like the elite Kree soldiers that kind of did genocide but didn't know it, or at least she didn't know it. And that's not cool. Genocide's never cool. But you got Star Force here. You got your Jude Law there going, oh, I was Watson with Iron Man, because he was in the Sherlock movies. That's obscure. That's not that obscure. Those movies are actually pretty popular, or they made two, so I guess it wasn't too bad. But, you know, he's wearing his costume there. They each have their cool weapons, you know. Karath's got those, like, battle stabs or sticks or whatever, because I don't know, because he likes them. More pictures of Star Force. Prop Master Drew Petrotta explains weaponry. Everything is very angular and straight, strict world, as opposed to the scrolls, which are very organic. So that kind of explains like a lot of their weapons and stuff had very angular. I guess I didn't really notice. I just thought they looked cool, and they did. The scrolls. Now this is a big surprise I think for a lot of people because at the time I don't think the Fox merger was done yet, and people thought, well, aren't those owned by the Fantastic Four, which is owned by Fox? But no, apparently not. So you got the scrolls here, and I thought the scrolls were funny. They were really, really entertaining. I actually am not a huge fan of scrolls because they're always doing something shady. But that's a little racist of me to say. I'm sorry. I'm going to call myself out on that. I said something and it was wrong, and I want to apologize to everyone out there, and especially if you're a scroll. I shouldn't have said that. You're not shady. You just shapeshift, and whatever. That's cool. So I thought they did a good job with the design. I thought they really looked like how I thought they'd look. It's on location, all the cool locations, because they were on a couple different planets. I guess just the Kree homeworld and the other planet that they went to I don't know, find information out. They got the preparation. You got Brie Larson there on the ropes that she was climbing up, and then she like jumped to another rope. I got to be honest with you, if I was in the Marines, not the Air Force, but the Marines, and we did climb ropes, but I don't ever recall anybody jumping from one rope to another. That seems very dangerous. So maybe that's why she fell, because you shouldn't do that. Or maybe we should. That was kind of cool, showing all the like behind the scenes how they had to hold her up so she could fly. I mean, she did fly, but not. She doesn't. Brie Larson doesn't actually fly. She's an actress. She doesn't have actual superpowers. So that, but anyway, Los Angeles, where a lot of the movie took place. And she's all, people complained about Brie being like that her character was kind of like bad. Like there's I guess a deleted scene where she like beats up a biker and takes his stuff. Keep in mind she was on Star Force at the time, and the Krees were all like, we do what we want because we're Krees and we're better than you. So was she a bad guy in a sense? Yes, because she was still acting on behalf of the Kree, who were kind of being bad. So yeah, she's a bad guy, but that was the whole point. Like she's having that's kind of a character arc. She starts out like, oh, I'm misguided and bad, and then she's like, oh no, I'm not. Now I'm guided and good. So I don't know. There's a lot of always people hating her. I don't get on that. But anyway, you got Fury. He was cool. They did the de-aging technology. The past Maria character I was not familiar with in the comic books, because obviously her daughter Monica is more well known. I'll get into her a little bit later. They talk about they fly. They actually had like 90s fighter jets and stuff. They flew and stuff. Heart and humor. They did the funny stuff with Goose and Fury was pretty funny though. I can't believe they explained his eye patch because he got scratched on the eye by a cat or a flurkin, whatever. And there's a cool painting of her like being all Air Forcey. Could be like a recruiting poster if they wanted or not. And then Captain Marvel, when they finally got I thought it was a neat way how they explained how she got her colors. That was kind of a neat idea, how Monica kind of said, hey, let's do this. Why don't you do like my shirt is, whatever. So you got some on-set pictures too. That's kind of cool. Yeah, more on-set pictures, some behind the scenes. You see the cameras and stuff and the shots. Those camera shots were not in the movie. The shots of the cameras, because they were shooting the movie. That'd be weird if you saw the camera in the movie. That'd be a goof. I don't think they did that. So there's that. A couple paintings, concept art. I always like the concept art. There's her like looking above Earth, going, hey, I'm up in the space. What's up with that? Here's her looking all cool riding the motorcycle, which I thought was cool. Here's her, looks like beating up other Kree or something there. I don't think they use that one necessarily. And that's her, looks like she's on Earth kind of thinking about stuff. I guess when she was a little girl. Yeah, because she was always thinking about that. And then a little letter from the director, which I'll read later. So, I don't know, that's pretty cool. One thing I will say, again, about this gallery book that it's lacking, you could use a lot more Coulson. You could use a lot more. I don't even think there was a single picture of Coulson, and he was clearly the best part of the movie. I'm a little biased, but make sure I show you. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Look at that hair. I think actually Clark Gregg actually didn't have that back in the 90s. Didn't even have that hair there. I think he actually had a receding hairline before then. But that's besides the point. Because you know what? He is got a good looking forehead, and there's nothing wrong with that. So there you go. So anyway, I like my my Target 4K exclusive with the gallery book. That's pretty cool. I really like the movie. I know there was a lot of hate on the movie, and I don't know why. Obviously, the hate didn't matter because the movie made, like, I think it made like, well, it was like it's like the 10th highest superhero movie of all time, and made, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars. It made so much money I can't even say it. Sheesh. So I really just, I gotta be honest with you. There was actually friends I almost wanted to like unfriend and stuff on Facebook and social media because like I was getting so tired of like people just hating on her for like if you don't like the movie, just don't see it, because apparently enough people did that it didn't matter that you didn't like it. I had one buddy who's like, well, I torrented it or whatever it is that they do where they steal it, where they pirate it, and he's like, so I just want to see it. I'm like, well, then obviously you wanted to see it, you just didn't want to pay for it, so it makes you kind of a scumbag. Now, as far as my kind of review of the movie, overall, I thought it was great. I thought they did a really good job with it. I thought Brie Larson did kind of play kind of like this hardened, like military character. A lot of people think, oh, she needs to smile more. It's like she was in the military on Earth, you know, the Air Force, and then the Kree Star Force that's definitely military there. Obviously, it's, you know, alien. Of course, to her it wasn't alien because she thought she was Kree. So anyway, she played the character, I thought, as it was written. So I thought she actually did a really good job. I thought she was fun. Now, she wasn't the funniest part of the movie. I mean, Nick Fury and Goose are probably the funniest. And then Talos the Skrull, I thought his character was really he was a riot, especially like when the big switch at the end, which was one of my favorite parts of the movie, was the end where there's a big switch like, oh, the Skrull aren't bad guys. They're actually the ones that are being hunted down and being treated badly. So I loved it. I thought they did a great job of updating the story a little bit. You know, with Annette Bening. Annette Bening was in the movie, and I didn't even know she was in it till I saw it. And like, she's like a big actress. And the way they made her Marvel, I thought was perfect. I really thought she did a good job. It made sense that, like, here's this very successful, you know, as far as Carol Danvers saw, it's a very successful human woman, I guess, that she would look up to and have a lot of respect for and kind of want to follow in the footsteps of. So it kind of made sense that, I don't know, it's made a lot more sense, I think, for updating it. Some people, I think there were some generic elements to Carol's, or as far as an origin movie, it wasn't the best one of Marvel. I mean, I think that it still goes to Captain America: First Avenger, but you know, she was like, you know, because it was very simple, like, oh, I'm bad, but now I'm good, kind of. That wasn't as that could have been maybe explored more, but overall, I thought it was really great. A lot of people thought the pacing in the first hour was a little slow, which is fair because it was bogged down by a lot of, like, well, people like me that are like nerdy stuff that, like, ooh, that's a character from issue, you know, that know all this other stuff of the kind of obscure stuff. I loved it, but I can understand why it might have been tougher for non-comic book people to get into, which is fair. So I think that's a fair you know, critique on it there. But it was a really great movie. I thought it was fun. It did, like I said, did kind of maybe play safe with certain aspects as far as, like, you know, just we're gonna have a really fun action-y movie. You know, it kind of reminds me a little bit like about Aquaman, how Aquaman didn't take too many risks, but like kind of used some tried and true methods to try to make a really fun movie. But you know what? That's good. I go to the movies to be entertained. I do not get the hate that this movie got. And obviously he didn't get that much hate because it still made hundreds of millions of dollars. I want to say it was in the top 10 of all superhero movies that have been made. So that's did pretty well for itself. But the hate just really got to me because it was like, I don't know. I mean, just why? If you don't like a movie, just throwing this out there, don't see it. You know, I told a buddy, you know, who was really getting on my nerves with all his social media, like, oh, this movie's horrible, it's stupid, and I was just like, do you know what movie I hate? You know, comic book movie I hate? So there's actually a couple of ones that I really just do not like. And this is coming from a guy who liked both the Ghost Rider movies. So, I mean, my standards are pretty low. But you'll never know which movie I hated because I just kept it to myself. I don't talk about it. I saw the movie, did not see the sequel, didn't get it on DVD or Blu-ray or anything, and moved on with my life, moved on to things that I really like Captain Marvel, and the other Marvel movies, and obviously Agents of Shield and stuff like that I like. I just didn't understand. I mean, there was Funko had like a like social media post like, hey, who's your favorite superhero? And people took the time to not say, oh, my favorite character is this or that. They're like, because this is when Captain Marvel came out, and they're like, well, it's not Captain Marvel. I hate her. She's dumb, stupid, feminism, blah blah blah. And it's like, I don't know. I'm a white dude, so maybe I missed a lot of stuff, but I didn't see a lot of feminism in this movie. I just saw like a character is female. Who says female? That's weird. The character is a woman who just happens to be the most powerful superhero. I mean, you think about it, who's going to be the most powerful superhero? It's going to, in theory, he's got a 50-50 shot. But being a woman, at least statistically speaking, so I don't understand like why it is, and like why just treat everybody the same and on our own merits. It's okay to not love this movie. If you don't think it's the greatest movie, that's fair. It's not my top movie, but I just don't get like why would people like it's not sexist. It's not I'm not that. It's like, then why don't you say this about anything other movies? It's funny. One of the things that which at first I thought was a fair criticism was in the comic books, the first female Captain Marvel was actually Monica Rambeau, who in this movie is a little girl because she's younger. So in theory, that means there's an adult Monica Rambeau now in the Marvel universe. But she was a character created in the 80s. She's an African American character. She's the daughter of Maria Rambeau, who Carol's friend there from the Air Force. These guys are like, oh, my Captain Marvel's Monica Rambeau. Why are they giving her hate? Why aren't they giving her a chance? And I'm like, at first it seems fair, but then I'm like, that's funny. I never saw any of you guys talking about Monica Rambeau before the movie came out. I didn't see you buying all of her comic books or talking on social media about how great you think she is. But as soon as there's a Captain Marvel movie without her as the title character, you're like, oh, she's my Captain Marvel. I'm like, I don't know, it's not quite, but it's getting close to the people that like feel they need to have a straight pride parade. It's kind of like, you didn't say anything about this before, and all of a sudden now it's a thing. So I am kind of yeah. I mean, I just don't. I guess maybe my criticism to that criticism is I just don't believe you. I don't believe that you're like, oh, Monica Rambeau, she should have been. Like, no, you wouldn't have. No, I mean, she should have been. I do think Marvel kind of did her dirty. She's a great character, and she was even like, she's been on the Avengers and a bunch of other teams. Super powerful character, and an interesting character at that. So I mean, there's some fair criticism on Marvel's part, though, of not representing her better, both in the comic books and I guess maybe to a point in the movies. But to go like, I'm not gonna like this Captain Marvel because there's another Captain Marvel that I like to pretend like I'm like, so I can have like moral superiority. I just seems kind of hollow. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking into it too much, but and I kind of went on that tangent a little too much because there's a lot of negativity when I can talk about the positive things. But this was a fun movie. I'm glad to get it from Target. I generally like the Target exclusives the most as far as when I get my movies. But I'm excited to look at the deleted scenes, the gag reel. Hopefully there's more Coulson, because you can never have enough Coulson. If you can have enough Coulson, I don't want to know that amount, or maybe I do. It's kind of weird, or it's not. Whatever, judge me. I don't care. But there you go, the Target exclusive version of the Blu-ray 4K blah blah blah. Captain Marvel out today. You can get it, or actually it's been out. You can still get it probably, maybe, I don't know. I pre-ordered mine, so I always make sure I get it, because I've got a red card. I get a discount and I get shipping for free, I think. I don't know, whatever. So there you go. Yeah, so hey, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe if there's anything else you'd like me to to unbox, let me know in the comments below. Or hey, why don't you let me know what your favorite superhero is? Not who you hate, but who you actually like down in the comments below. And again, of course, you can always follow me on social media. Get my Twitter, where I tweet stuff, and of course my Instagram, which I always give the warning of. I show a lot of pictures of wieners on that one. So there you go. That is my social media there. Don't forget to, I already said click like and subscribe, didn't I? Yeah, okay, there you go. Well, in that case, until next time, keep boxing it up.